Welcome to the Elite Traveler, where we explore faith, facts, and the future. In an age where religion is often described as fading away, a quiet transformation is unfolding, one that's reshaping the spiritual map of our world. According to a major study by the Pew Research Center, Islam is not only alive and well, it is the fastest growing religion on the planet. This isn't a claim made by a preacher or a viral meme. It's based on hard data gathered from 198 countries and territories. Pew's global research shows that between 2010 and 2050, the number of Muslims worldwide is expected to grow by 73%. That's nearly twice the growth rate of the global population. By contrast, Christianity is expected to grow by 35%, while the religiously unaffiliated, often thought of as the rising group, will actually decline in global share. What's behind this growth? Is it conversions, aggressive preaching, political dominance? None of the above. The reality is much simpler and more human. Muslim families on average have more children. They marry younger. Their populations tend to be younger overall. The median age is just 24 years compared to 30 for Christians and 36 for the religiously unaffiliated. And when Muslims migrate, they often carry their religious identity with them, not as a political banner, but as a way of life. In short, Islam is growing quietly, steadily, and globally through family, faith, and resilience. And yet, in many places, especially in Western societies, Islam is still misunderstood. It's often painted as foreign, rigid, or even threatening. But look a little closer, and you'll find a very different story. From Sweden to Brazil, from New Zealand to New York, more and more people are asking honest questions. They're picking up the Quran, they're visiting mosques, they're speaking with Muslims, and some are finding that what they thought they knew was only a shadow of the truth. What draws them in? Not just the rituals or theology, but the rhythm of life that Islam offers. 5 daily prayers that create pause and reflection. Fasting that teaches self-control. Charity that reminds you of those in need. And a deep personal connection to God that asks not for perfection, but for sincerity. The growth of Islam, then, isn't about domination. It's about discovery. It's not a takeover, it's a return. A return to meaning in an age of distraction. A return to values in a world overwhelmed by consumption. A return to God. In a time where so many feel spiritually homeless. But let's pause. Growth in numbers by itself means nothing. As Muslims, we must ask, are we growing in character as much as in population? Are we reflecting the mercy, humility, and wisdom that our faith teaches? And for those who are not Muslim, this is not a threat. It's not a call to fear. It's an invitation. An invitation to understand, not necessarily to agree. To learn, not to react. Because the more we understand each other, the more we reduce fear, break down walls, and build a world of coexistence. Looking ahead, the data suggests that by 2050, Muslims and Christians will be nearly equal in number globally. Islam will become the largest religion in Africa, and in Europe, the Muslim population is projected to nearly double. But beyond statistics and projections, the real question is this: what kind of world are we building together? Will we choose division, or will we choose dialogue? Will we compete for dominance or collaborate for peace? Will we reduce each other to numbers, or recognize each other as neighbors? Because ultimately, this isn't about a race between religions. It's about the human search for meaning. The Pew Research report is not just a demographic forecast, it's a mirror reflecting the hunger for purpose in a restless world. It reminds us that faith is not dead. It's shifting, growing, adapting, and being rediscovered in the hearts of millions. So whether you're a person of faith or someone still seeking, maybe now is the time to ask questions, to explore the unfamiliar, to read something ancient with fresh eyes, to listen, to reflect. Because behind every number is a soul, a story, a seeker. If this video gave you something to think about, share it. Not to convert, but to connect. Not to win an argument, but to open a door. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.